Welcome to Nerd Stalker, episode 22. I'm your host, Adolfo Fronda. We partner with the San Francisco New Tech Meetup and speak with CEO Charles Feinn and CFO Alan Khalfin of MixMatchMusic.com. Try saying that 10 times fast.
So we are MixMatchMusic. I'm Alan. This is Charles, and we've created a platform, much like you said, like GarageBand, an online music sequencer with a social network attached that allows musicians to collaborate on, engage fans with, and profit from their works. So we have the destination community at MixMatchMusic.com, but we also have a widget that we put out, which is to be used by artists on their own MySpace pages and blogs and other social media platforms to host remix promotions directly from that page. And that is called the Remix Wizard. And so it's free for any artist to grab and host a one-shot promotion. So it's kind of a simplification and a kind of lightweight version of our philosophy of mixing and matching music to create great new
We're talking a bit about the collaboration piece. So I'm a musician. I have a great guitar riff or something like that, but I need the other stuff. Is what happens now?
So there's essentially two options. You're a musician, whatever you play. Let's say you're a singer. You record your vocal a cappella and you upload it, and then you could actually find other parts to add to it in our site. So you would search our library of community-generated music, and when you found parts, a drum part, a bass line, you'd add it to your a cappella part directly in the browser. And then you would publish your session, your song, and all the people whose parts you used would be notified that you used their work. They'd be attributed to the derivative or resulting work. And in time that work was sold, you would all get paid out 85% of the royalties. The other way is for you to upload the vocal bit and just sit back and watch what happens and watch what the community does. So there's really the active collaboration or the passive side. And if you're just sitting back, there's plenty of musicians that are a little lazy, and so they can sit back, and if the work is ever used, they're always going to know, and they can be, rest assured that they can keep tabs on what's going on with their work.
Let's talk about the process from A to Z. I log in, and as a musician, as a creator, can you walk me through the steps?
Yeah, definitely. So as a creator, you've probably got a home studio or at least like a little gear, maybe Pro Tools or maybe Logic. So you're going to be recording stuff, maybe to throw on an album, maybe just to mess around. And once you've got those files, those are going to be waves, or maybe you'll turn them into MP3s. You can immediately upload them to our site after you've registered, of course, and then let the community really get in, remix them, use them to create other works. And as Alan said, you're totally attributed and notified of any use of that work. And so you really have the opportunity to take your music, maybe a cool guitar riff that you don't really know what to do with, and turn it into something that maybe could inspire somebody or maybe multiple people. And now your guitar riff is being used in 10 different songs.
Can we talk about the editing tools? What can I do exactly with not only my own tracks, but the tracks that I use of other people?
So the editing tool is essentially a GarageBand type sequencer, and musicians are very used to this format. It's a timeline where each stem or each part of the song is a different row. And we basically stripped the complex functionality of GarageBand. So you have cut, copy, paste, duplicate, zoom, and that's generally the most you can do. We don't have any really complicated features. For musicians, they can download the parts and use them in their own home studio. So we're not trying to replace the digital audio workstation. We're trying to provide a solution to non-musicians and to musicians that don't have DAWs or want to make a collaboration online.
What is this programmed in? Do you guys know?
Yeah. Go ahead. So our audio editing tool is programmed in Flash. I think I mentioned that before. The rest of the site is using PHP, MySQL, with a lot of JavaScript in there, and a bunch of little goodies that I probably don't even know about.
And the widget is all in Flash with a little bit of HTML, but mostly Flash.
Right. And that's strictly a MySpace widget right now?
No, the widget is free for anybody to install, and using Giga, they can launch it to every social network, essentially, their WordPress blog, or they can just grab the code and embed it in their website. So wherever you want to put it, you can do that.
When a song is sold, so if you want something for your iPod, maybe as a ringtone, or you want to put something on your computer, then you're going to download it just like iTunes for $1. Now, when that happens, then 85 cents of that revenue is going to the creators, who participated in that song, whether actively or passively.
That's a good cut.
Yeah. Well,
good.
We believe that our community is built on the musicians who use our service, and so if we're not doing them a service, then we're not doing ourselves a service. But aside from that, we have a very targeted community with which we can reach with advertising that is very context specific, such that it's actually useful. So if I'm uploading guitar parts, maybe I could get a deal on strings, or maybe a cool offer for a new guitar, or whatever. So there's a lot of possibilities there. If I'm a fan, and I search the genre of reggae, then I can get advertised reggae music or whatever. So something that's going to interest our users. Moving out, a year or so, we're looking at premium services. So I'm in a band, and I want to just have my 5 guys who live in Seattle, New York, San Francisco, LA, whatever, using something that can help us to build our album, make our album. They can have a privatized version of the site. Also with the widget, we have the opportunity to offer artists metrics and things like that. But again, those things are in development and not actually released yet. So
how do you guys handle people if they're uploading tracks that maybe they didn't create or something like that?
So as a website, we are protected by the DMCA. We comply with all of the takedown notice provisions. And we have a very strong policy on our site. If you go to our site, the messaging is very clear that MixMatchMusic is for original work. Our community will only work if our users actually follow the rules, because otherwise, if we become a vehicle for copyright infringement, well, frankly, we will not be a sustainable business. So our goal is, both from an artistic dream to a business practical decision, original work. So if it's not yours, please don't upload it. If you do, it's probably going to get removed because it's going to be flagged by one of our users. So far, so good. No copyrighted work on our site.
Artists are seeking us out and saying, wait a minute, this remix promotion widget that you guys have got is what I've been looking for 3 months. And so, we are actively recruiting artists. However, they're starting to come to us. Mm-hmm. And, moving out a month, we've got some exciting things that are going on, and we think that that's really kind of going to fuel the fire. So we're really stoked on the progress. Charles at MixMatchMusic.com, Alan at MixMatchMusic.com. We also have a press room that has links to all sorts of ways to contact us, and suggestions parts on the site where you can add feedback and we can get back to you. So there's a lot of opportunities to get in there, and we'd love to hear from you.
And just to be really dumb, what's the URL?
MixMatchMusic.com.
I knew we forgot something.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. Thanks so much. All right. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, thanks a lot. Cool.
Care about the duties as it seems I was dreaming of you, Irene.
Mix Match Music. Mix Match Music.